Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, Swift, and an alley to run. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
35, 35, watch 35.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Wide, get wide. Switch. Inside. Check the backer, check the backer. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist. Slam.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Set it up. 19, 26. Defenses, get out the field. Defense. Go. Mike.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Swift. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's coming. We got double up. Tight off.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give, right side, Swift. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
They're on 45-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Box it. Motion. 29 is Mike. Mike, 20.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
SOS. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. SOS. Yeah, live. 29 is Mike. Mike, 29. Queen, get up.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He finds his man. It's Austin. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Double time. Take 30. Stand up in it. Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this.
They'll run it with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a give, right side. Swift. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little... And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from the 20, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't
lost.
work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
A little juke, broken tackle. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Check safety, check safety. Check 9, check 9. Check 26, check 26.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
158. Watch the run, watch the run. Jump out. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run, watch the run.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
258. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Rodgers now on first down. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
$319. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, take 26. 65, 65.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Back front. 80 weapons.
Now it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
That's caught. A good pickup there, 21.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage.
2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to... They'll look to throw here. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and the football. Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
That's the way. Take 30.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go. Watch out.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Double up.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go, here we go. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football. I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara able to get him for a loss of about 3.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
They're on 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And the Lions, 1st down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down now, Swift. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Hall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check out Henry. Scan 300. Scan 300. 49 is Mike. Mike again.
On 2nd and inches. Rodgers caught by Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First and 10.
Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Hey, check 24.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the Lions' 39-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me.
Now a run with Geis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
He's checking crack.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
319. Oh, here we go. Oh, back. Over. 49 is Mike. 399.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Wide left. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
50. Mike 29. You can't block me. You can't block me. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, we're on this.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
You got tight right there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
showed up. Shoot! Watch jumbo! Hey, 88, 88, 88. 29. Hey, exit. 29.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And his throw is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
50. 29 is Mike 29.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And an alley to run. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you go out when you've got a chance to get it again and score?
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
Lucky. Check. Hey, flex. He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Trying to collect. Mike 40. Danny.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Funches has it complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak. Onside.
They'll go with Jones. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. On 1st down, Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. Strip that ball.